certificate. I gave you power, 21 questions like a warning. Watch them flashing like paparazzi. Two words. Get money. Tonight's the night. Guess who's back on my block? Rather unique. Bucktown. This on that quiet storm. T-O-N-Y. Top of New York with a pitchfork.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Washington Redskins. Two 1-1 teams here, each looking to move over 500, and we're underway here in Week 3. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. They'll throw on first down with Griffin. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Timmy Jernigan forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. From the gun, it's Griffin. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. I thought they were going to sack him there like they did on first down. Great coverage, but he found a way to move with his legs.
Yeah, his ability to take off. Not only did he get some yardage back, he got a little bit extra. Really helps him on 3rd down. Makes it manageable now.
From the gun on 3rd down, Griffin. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that one incomplete. Had some position but couldn't hold on, and it brings up 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And he'll get across the 20, but only to about the 22-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Tailback. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Throwing is Allen on third. Escaping the pressure right. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And they'll go on the ground. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And now they'll throw with Allen. And Walker has it. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Now they face a second and long following the holding penalty.
Here we go. Watch it now, Barney. Watch it now, Barney.
Allen off the play fake. Being chased out left. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Seventh play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 7 on the play, and it'll be fourth down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use it. His legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And now what the heck is this? A punt formation from the red zone? And now we'll get a delay here as they try to give themselves a little more room for the punt. Now, I think they're just a product of trying to buy themselves 5 extra yards.
And they want to help their punter out, right? Help with the angle, trying to pin the ball deep. That's exactly what they did there.
And what is going on here? Are they serious? First down, and they're in punt formation. They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. First play of the drive going for 14 and a first down. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 17 yards on the pickup there, and the drive will continue.
A good run there off right tackle in an old-school NFL football. The right side, the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009-2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. Past the 20. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. 38 yards on the scamper there.
This has been a good drive so far, and it's been the running game for the most part that's powered them down there. Another nice burst there, picking up a first.
After the big play, inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Griffin. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. The loss of 3 on that first down pass play, now 2nd and 13. They'll hand it now to Geis. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. On the ground, Geis. And no signal yet. I don't think he got in. He didn't. They'll mark him at the 1. Call it no gain, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Redskins. Darius Geis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins are able to strike for 6. Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. Hopkins with the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense now, they head back on the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
And it worked his way across the 30 to the 32. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Allen looks to throw on second down. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? Second and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit! Set! Green 39! Green 39!
They'll run it now out of the gun. Looking for an opening, not much there. He'll get it to the 39. A gain of 3, second down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hurry up, here we go! Blue 90! Blue 90! Detroit! Detroit!
On second down, here's Allen. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack.
And that's the first sack of this game, but how about last week? 6 sacks, great coverage downfield, which helped that pass rush. They are really working in sync right now.
On 3rd and long, it's Allen. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. A big play there for the Eagles on 3rd down. 54 yards.
Well, there's simply no sense in wasting a great catch like that on a short gain. Get downfield like you just did there and use it up that way.
No dink and dunk. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Now they try the right side here. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And they'll go with the ground attack here. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. It's a 3-yard pickup, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started. All even as the kick's away. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And now last drive so successful with the ground game, ending in a touchdown. Do you stick with that formula?
That would be the #1 thing you would think of, but so well for play action. Now's the time to take a shot.
Yeah.
But, you know, there was a big-time coach in the state of Ohio who once said, if you throw the ball, if you put it in the air, Three things can happen, and two of them are bad. He would have kept it on the ground.
It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson. Here of the new campaign. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point good by Hopkins. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Eagles offense now gets set to head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And they'll run it here. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 8, and it's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. Back to the booth right after this. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. They're just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Detroit! Detroit!
They go play action here on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right.
Watching that, Barney!
Back to the air on 2nd down. It's Allen on the move to his left. The coverage may be too good that time as he breaks away for 19 with his legs and a 1st down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
Watching that, Barney! Watching that, Barney!
Now a play fake here on 1st down. Wide open receiver complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for an Eagles touchdown. A big play there. His first touchdown of the new season. And the Eagles are within an extra point of tying this thing up. Elliott good on the extra point. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, we'll see if the defense, you know.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
They'll run with Geis, and he'll get this one up to the 26. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Clock running as the Redskins try to hurry up. On 2nd down, Griffin. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. Off the play fake. Here's Griffin. Steps away to his left. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Richardson. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play.
They're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. Play action. It's Griffin. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Now, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
To throw is RG3. He's going to rifle one deep left side. That's caught inside the 20. And he just falls short down at the 1-yard line. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Griffin now off the bootleg. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. But the Redskins look to get this one back, and indeed they did. It's still Washington football. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Hopkins' kick is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
Now Philadelphia ready to get going on offense again. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch it now, Barney.
A final shot before half for Allen. Now he's going to throw deep right side. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. And we will skip the highlight show this week. Get right back to this Week 3 matchup. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Eagles now as they'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Allen. Flush to his right. And this is going to be incomplete.
I know we're doing this game live, but let's step into the film room for just a second because when they review this play, oh, the negatives are going to be incredible on this one. Rolling out to his right. Yeah, he's right-handed, so that's a natural spot for him. But he throws back across his body back into traffic.
Big no-no.
Oh, that's a monster no-no. The only good thing that happened, it fell incomplete. Very fortunate.
Allen on 3rd down. He's going to look deep down the field. Oh, I can't hang on to it. Almost intercepted. They would have loved the first pick of the game there, but at least it does get them to 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here's Thomas. Now a hit and a loose football. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. And maybe getting a little too cute there on the punt return. Sometimes they forget paramount holding on to that football.
I really do believe most of the return guys think to themselves, when I get the ball, I'm going to make the play that's going to change the game.
I'm going to break it.
I'm going to break it. And you love that they have that attitude, but your point is so well taken. What do you have to do? First and foremost,
hold on to it.
Take care of the football. That's all he needed to do.
Now they'll run it on the toss. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. On play action, Allen hit. He lost the football. Oh, spinning away.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So they come away from this opening drive in the third quarter with only 3, but it does draw them even.
Yeah, and that has to be job one, doesn't it? A touchdown definitely would have been nice. We know that. But here, you get back on even terms, and now you've got most of the second half to try and get yourself into a position to win.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So now we look at the Redskins offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
Both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
Throw left side is complete to Reed. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion they would have picked the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Justin Houston. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. Play action. Now Griffin. He'll rifle this one deep right side. That's caught inside the 20. It's a big play there for the Redskins on third down. 62 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. On first down, this is Geis. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now Griffin on second down. Flushed out right. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards in a first.
I think we have to give credit to him for buying time and extending the play. But, you know, there's some really upset defenders on that one. They thought that they had him. Instead, he was coated in Teflon and got away.
Eluded under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
Well, if you're going to throw the ball on 1st and goal from the 2, the worst thing that should result is an incompletion for you offensively. But, Brandon, this is a different type of football. Back in my day, 1st and goal from the 2, a lot of big people with big neck rolls, they were on the field trying to ram it into the end zone.
On second down, here's Griffin. He'll check it down to Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Darius Geis, his second touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Redskins are going to take the lead. Hopkins with the extra point, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Eagles offense back out onto the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Here's Allen on 1st and 10. Out to his left. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. So apparently some grabbing there in the middle of the O-line.
I've often wondered why that doesn't happen more often for guys that play center. Having to snap the ball and then trying to get your hands into the proper position, that's difficult to do. He got caught that time.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. Throwing on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. That's Spencer. Now a loose football. The ball comes out into the Redskins. Haven't they do? Well, he did what he's known for. He made the catch, then he turned into a runner, took the contact, and coughed it up.
And all I remember as a player, when they catch the ball, when those acrobatic guys catch it, you have to make them pay sometimes. You have to put it on them. Big tackle, knock the ball free. Anything you can do to slow them down.
Following the fumble recovery, it's Griffin. Escaping the pressure right. Now look out, Griffin hit, and he lost the football. It's loose. And the Eagles have recovered.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, there's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And they'll go on the ground. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
On play action, Allen. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Eagles on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. So they fake the handoff. Now Allen buying time to his left. And he connects with Ertz. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That his first catch so far. They've held him under wraps, but he's got a 1st down there. They'll run it now out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the 4th quarter. Off play action. Allen. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Jonathan Allen, he's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. And here's Allen. Off play action. Sliding out of the pocket. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to, you and your brothers, just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though, giving up the football doesn't make them very happy. They can't wait to get back out there and atone for it.
Yeah, try to atone for it here on this drive. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks.
Well, Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. They'll wind up losing 3, and now it's 3rd down. A pass for negative yardage, obviously no good. Maybe he shouldn't have thrown it, or maybe he shouldn't have caught it.
And I think we were seeing it at the same time, weren't we? Maybe you let that one go, right? Because you can see the lost yardage about to develop. But that goes against every instinct of a receiver. They're taught to catch everything. So it's really hard to be mad at him and yell at him for trying to make that play.
Third and long. It's Griffin. He's going to rifle one deep left. And got his man complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. And that goes as a gain of 37 on 3rd down. So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now Griffin on 1st down. He's going to launch this thing way down. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Paul Richardson with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead now up to 14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken very short. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him, all right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
1st down, and they're going to throw with Allen. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Spencer. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a 1st down. On 1st down, Allen. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. A gain of 6 there on 1st. 4th quarter, every drive's so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the 1st one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Ertz has it left side. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Allen now on 1st down. Over the middle, complete. That's Spencer. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Redskin defense. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Allen off the play fake. Flush to his right. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. Allen again here on 2nd and 10. He's going to air one out. This is caught inside the 15. Give him 30 yards there.
Now that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
Forced out, and he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 10. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot.
Wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Slow.
After the interception, here's Griffin. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Jordan Hicks in there to get him the 6th time they've sacked him tonight. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Slow.
Geis with the carry on 2nd down. And they'll get him down here at the 23. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a 3rd down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
It's a 1st down, and he's also over 190 receiving yards now. What a game. On the handoff, it's Geis. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get him behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. And the pressure getting to RG3. He's brought down for the sack. And now defensively they're going to burn their 1st timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Here's Griffin. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. Only 2 on the screen pass there, and it'll be 4th down. And this defense here going to burn their 2nd timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Through the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Will they make up for it? And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Allen. Flushed out right. And a big loss here as he's taken down. time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Now Allen to throw. Off the play fake. He'll buy some time right. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted. And that should do it. Picked off near the 44. And they will take over possession of the football at their 42-yard line. So a good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. They start on the ground with Geis. And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. And let's listen in on the call. So some holding over on the left side of that O-line.
And I know for the guys trying to move those big defensive people, they'd love for them to stay in one spot. But they move around so quick and so fast that sometimes you just have to grab them.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. Pushes him over, and he'll get up to the 43-yard line. That one good for 10 yards, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Griffin going to throw it. Eluding the pressure right. He gets it in the hands of Geis. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Sims. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. A big gain there, and that should certainly be enough to put this one in the win column.
These guys are running offense like you drive. The pedal is down, stomp down. How about that? Back-to-back completions. They are rolling.
So much for being conservative and running that football. Here's Griffin to throw. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Once again, Griffin. Escaping the pressure. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
On 3rd and goal, here's Griffin. Dancing to his left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise, because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
And Hopkins' kick is good. And that'll push the lead up to 17. A lot of scoring. There's no doubt about that in this.